Hello, all you beautiful people. It is Goose here with Travel by Nature, and I'm taking a day off from traveling around, mostly because my leg is really bothering me. I'm not really complaining. I have to every once in a while take a day or two off to rest my leg because I've been doing a lot of walking lately. Being without a car has its limitations. The good part about it is that. Doing all my walking, I've been getting a lot of exercise, strengthening my legs, getting that breathing condition taken care of. Everybody's been like, so like, man, your breathing is it's just really, of course, here's one of the things about, when you hear me breathing so heavily, on camera, and that part of it is the fact that I'm talking and walking at the same time, and so having to breathe and talk and do all this stuff. Sometimes it comes across as I'm just really, but breathing really heavily. And I understand your concerns, and I appreciate it. But today, the knee was okay, my Achilles was okay, but the spot where I had my surgery was flaring up a little bit, and I didn't feel the need to go out and exacerbate it even more. I've been doing a lot of walking, catching the bus here and there and doing all this stuff. Anyway, I'm not complaining. I'm just giving you an update of, today I had to take kind of a day off and relax and let everything kind of heal. And then I'll be back out tomorrow to go on some more adventures. And hopefully I'll have one of the guys with me, or maybe Maddie with me, to go out and have some fun and check some things out. But one of the things I want to get on the horn with you about is that if you have seen our recent video on downtown toys and comics, there was a little something that had happened after we had finished recording that video. And what had happened is one of the things we had noticed in the store was that there was this huge one area that was empty. And of course, I didn't bother to get any footage of it because it's an empty spot in the store. The only thing that was basically in that part was the giant skeleton. So I was like, just we went through the video, and but one of the things we had noticed on our way to downtown toys and comics and then coming back was that we were noticing that one of the other stores that we've done a couple of videos at, Stage Fright Clothing, and they were moving out, and I was kind of a little surprised because, they are pretty successful, and they have a lot of traffic, and a lot of people come into their store, and it was really interesting because I was wondering, why are they moving? And it's not like they should move. I mean, everybody has their reasons why. Hey, we got to move from this location to another location, and so I was in there and I was talking with the owners, and I said, "Well, you guys are moving," and they said, "Yeah, we're going to downtown Toys and Comics. We have a booth there now." And I'm like, "Oh, you mean that they were like, yeah, we have this big empty area that they've just cleaned out for us." I went, "Oh, you mean the big empty area with the skeleton?" They're like, "Yeah." So they're moving their store to downtown Toys and Comics, and the biggest reason why they said that they're moving there is because they want to devote more time to events. Because one of the things that they were doing was they were doing events for Bakersfield and the Bakersfield area, for like more like, because they're a big horror rock kind of driven store. And so they wanted to be able to plan more events, and they weren't able to do that because the store itself was taking up a lot of their time. And that is kind of, I mean, that does happen with people who have stores, and they open it up, and it takes a lot of their time and energy to be able to maintain it, and they're not able to do a lot of other things outside of the store. And they felt that by moving their merchandise to downtown Toys and Comics, they can put their merchandise in this area. And as you see with our video, they have a lot of foot traffic. They get a lot of people that come in there. And so they felt that it would free them up to be able to plan more events. That's what their biggest thing was. They also have, full-time jobs. And so trying to do a job and run a store at the same time was also difficult. But their main focus was doing more events. And I happened to mention the event they did a couple of years ago called Retroween. And they're like, yes, we're planning another one. We've already got a location in mind. We are in the process of getting everything settled and putting that together. And of course, when I find out, I'm going to make sure you guys find out when Retroween is, because when we went to that, and of course, it's going to be in a new location. And I don't know if I should announce where exactly it is at this time, but they're looking at the spot at the Elks Lodge right near the Garces Circle, which is where we did, of course, another video. But they feel that area with the parking and everything would help out in doing that event. And so that's going to be coming up hopefully this summer. That's what they're planning, is to have Retroween this summer. And so I'm pretty happy. I'm in one part of me is sad to see, Stage Fright move out of their store. But it's a good thing because they're moving into a location that's going to benefit them better. Not only them, but also Downtown Toys and Comics, because they do have that reputation. And they're going to be able to put out more events, which means we might not just get Retroween. We might be getting something maybe even closer to Halloween that might be pretty exciting for them to be able to do. They've talked about doing more than just one event. They want to do multiple events throughout Bakersfield, and I think this is a good thing. So if you're looking for Stage Fright clothing, they're no longer going to be at their location on 19th in downtown Bakersfield. They will have moved their location inside Downtown Toys and Comics, which is on just down the street on the corner. And it's going to be a beneficial thing. And I wanted you guys to find that out and know that, because I don't want you thinking, oh my gosh, they moved. Well, we have had more than one occasion, and this is more along the lines of, because we've done a few videos of food trucks. And now we're finding that some of these food trucks that were at the location where we did our video have now moved to another location, and of course we don't know. We now have no idea where they're at, because, but it, which is kind of crazy. But again, when you have a food truck, if you want to move from one location, you feel another location is better. That usually happens. But with Stage Fright clothing, we were kind of, at one point, sad to see them move out, but excited for their new adventures, and getting us more and more events around town. And again, if you're looking for their stuff, it's at Downtown Toys and Comics. Look for the giant skeleton, because that's where their booth is. And let's support both companies by going there and seeing some of the merchandise that they're there to sell. And I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the Downtown Toys and Comics video that we did this past weekend, because it was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to finding some more locations to bring to you guys, not just here in Bakersfield, but I'm hoping to be able to travel outside of the city and to bring you some more locations to our channel. I'm really excited about this summer. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got a lot of plans ahead. I'm not going to drop anything as of yet, because I don't want to promise you anything and then not deliver. So take it for what it is. We're looking forward to a very exciting spring and summer. And I'm going to continue to bring you more and more content to this channel, so that hopefully we can have a lot more fun in doing it. Anyway, I've got to go. I've got some other things to do, but I wanted to get on here and tell you that news about Stage Fright clothing and moving to Downtown Toys and Comics, and hopefully we can be able to give them some love, because I think that's what they all deserve, since they're going to be putting more time into giving us more things to be able to do around town. All right. This is Goose. This is Travel by Nature. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch y'all later.